How did you get there? Anyways, welcome back to episode 12 of my Divine Journey 2 Let's Play. We have a new friend hiding out in the top of our new building. And I don't know how he got there. He wasn't there when I built the place, but he clearly decided that he wanted to live there. Anyways, welcome back to episode 12. I hope you're doing well today. I have started to convert this building to have an interior, as you can see. I just made the ground out of shale and gray rock. But I think it looks kind of nice. I think that it adds some interesting things to look at. I also linked up all of our doors leading in. I also hooked up our power system, our power grid to this building so we can start powering things. Oh, I also started with Decocraft and started using a bunch of the different, like, what are these, crates and barrels and bars and stuff to make this look more industrial. There's some benches here. Oh, you can sit on the benches. Why did I shift? You can sit on the benches, which is very fun. Yeah, and I'm slowly making this place feel more lived in. I think this is going to be the first time where we use Ender IO conduits for energy and item movement instead of like mechanism cables or immersive engineering cables, just because these conduits, they can provide a ton of UI, but it's the same thing as RF and FE and EU and everything else. But anyways, these can be on the same block as the item conduits and the ME conduits, which is very useful. Well, maybe not the ME conduits because it looks like they should be cautioned, so we'll probably not use that. But it allows the energy and input to be on the same block rather than like in our mechanism system where we have to take up multiple blocks for one thing. So we're going to be shifting to that and using like this area and this area and this area. We're going to have multiple floors. It's not going to be just one giant empty building. I'm going to make more floors. But this is where we're really going to start to expand into Ender IO conduits. I also made a little tunnel leading to here. I used why did I jump down? I want to explain this. I used, for the first time ever, a P2P tunnel. I am struggling with these things. I got it working so we can access our crafting terminal, but I'm slowly figuring out, like, quartz fiber. But this is really useful because it allows us to travel and carry, I think, up to 256 channels on one basic cable, which is really nice rather than having to like put a bunch of cables. So I made a little tunnel for it. I know nobody's ever gonna look at this. I'm never gonna go down here. I'm never gonna access this tunnel. Maybe I will if I want to put more channels, but probably not. But I think it's cool to have tunnels that are functional. Nice. So this just leads right to where our controller is, our main network, as I'm learning. And I definitely could have done it here, as we're maxed out on channels. I definitely could have used a P2 tunnel here, but I didn't know they existed nor how they worked. So, and because this is already set up, my production lines up here are pretty good. Thank you to commenter Starlight X Fury for telling me to switch it from having the redstone emit when it's above to redstone emit when it's off, just to save on lag. And also giving some advice about the formulaic assemblycator. Unfortunately, I'm still having. Wait, it's on. I didn't turn this on. Stock control on. Auto mode on. Stock control. It fixed itself. Oh my goodness. Did it fix it here? It fixed itself here. I'm a genius. I actually fixed this. I lied a second ago. I actually did fix that. This episode, I want to get this interior done. I want to get the rest of our board finished up because this board here with our RF powder, our GP powder, our Osglass, our lunar reactive dust, our demon lord, our energetic silver, energetic alloy, our signal aluminum. I want to get them all done. I want to get them all done so that I can leave the board blank to start automating something else. And now with Ender.io, we can actually do that. You can do that with the alloy smelter. Yeah. If we look at the chapter, apologize for whatever that was. We'll start even upgrading to get this. This is gonna be a really nice armor set to get the dark armor, but we're gonna be getting like so many other better ways to do things, and it's just gonna be so nice. I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to do this, but I'm thinking about creating like a little hub that shows like how much of a resource I have. So like using the level emitter and showing like if my iron drops below, like let's say like 10 stacks or something, it'll ping on a light and start like making a sound or something alerting me that I need to smelt more iron, because I have a lot of iron ore over here. That was such a sweet fly. I have a ton of iron ore over here, but I don't necessarily want to smelt it all immediately. And I have them kind of scattered out wherever I was using a excavator. Wherever I was using an excavator. But I would like to be able to know when I need to just like nab some to throw into the machine to the ME system. Because I just don't know when to do that. Now, another option is just putting them all in and filling up my storage system, because like these aren't too hard to craft. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know what I'm talking about. And I do have like these, but it doesn't like it doesn't say, "Hey Dingus, you need to get more." It just shows me the number, and if I bother to walk over and be like, I have 224 blocks of iron, then I think, oh, I need to get more iron. I don't need to get more iron. 224 blocks is fine. But like, what am I running low on anything? I don't think I'm running low. Oh, like lead. Like I have 36 blocks of lead. I should get more lead because I only have 331 right now. But I don't know to go and get that. I also, another plan, I don't think I'm going to be doing this episode, but I wanted to share my idea, is this immersive engineering setup. It served us very well. However, we don't really need it anymore with thermal expansion. We have things to make rods, wires, and whatnot. And that kind of leaves this whole area up for use. I don't really have any plans for this area, so I'm thinking I might actually, in like episode 13 of this series, build a house and stop living out of my storage system, because currently, let's go to my excellent bed setup. It's really beautiful, really splendid, really nice. Like, me personally, I don't know about you guys, but I would want to sleep here. I would love to like curl up in this cold, dark-ish cellar with all of my items and thousands of blocks of dirt just right next to my head. That sounds ideal. But unfortunately, me in Minecraft is not me in real life, and my Minecraft character wants to sleep in an actual nice house. So I'm thinking I'm going to be building a house here. This seems like a nice little scenic area. We have all the ocean here to like look at. Ugh. And I also want to, I think I mentioned this before, set up a actual like little trophy hall for all the trophies that I get for completing different parts of the pack, because right now they're just kind of sitting. But for now, that is not a today problem. What is a today problem is filling out this building more. Putting a door where I just flew in. Oh no! Putting a door where I just flew in, and getting some alloy smelters going and getting them into our ME system and progressing through Ender.io. I'm going to start doing that, and I will see you all in a bit. Alrighty, it's been a few weeks. I went home to my family for Thanksgiving, and didn't have too much time to play on this world, but I have gotten a lot done that I'm excited to show you guys. The most obvious change is my armor. I feel like I kind of look like the xenomorph from Alien now. I've seen that movie, but that's because I am wearing dark armor, dark steel armor. This is a pretty big upgrade from what I had before. Before I was just rocking emerald with my elytra, but now I have all 4 pieces of dark steel armor along with some upgrades for like empowered, which 85% of damage is absorbed. Things like jump, step assist, flippers. My elytra is on my chest plate, which means I have an elytra all the time along with my chest plate, which is very nice. And like night vision here, see all the time. It's honestly been so helpful. I'm very happy that I made this decision. I've also made a solution to the conundrum I was facing earlier of wanting to monitor the things that I'm auto crafting. Using the cell workbench, you can choose specific items within your ME system to monitor. So here, these are all the items that I am auto crafting. From sorted from most to least. So we have 1,000 steel, Constantine, Demon Lord, Conductive Iron, and so on and so forth. Over here are all the raw materials that I'm using in these. This is a work in progress. I'm kind of updating it as I go, but this will allow me to see like, oh, I only have 79 silver. I need to go get silver. So that is very helpful in making sure that I'm staying on top of things. And this cell workbench, what you do is you take this view cell. When you don't have the view cell in, it just shows you everything in your ME system. Oh, my game froze. We're back. You throw the view cell in here, and then you can click and drag any item from the JEI search to this menu. And this will show you how much purple stained glass you have now. I don't really know what this does. I haven't touched those buttons, but for now. And as you can see, this is very, very useful because it allows me to keep a tab on what's going on. And it's right next to my current bed and all my drawers and stuff. So I look at it somewhat often. The other place that I've done a lot of work since I've been home, while I was away, I didn't have access to my computer. That's why this episode took a little longer. I was busy spending time with my family for Thanksgiving. If you're in the US, you had a good Thanksgiving too. If you're not, I hope you had a good past 2 Thursdays ago or something. The other area that I've done a lot is in the new building, the new factory, and I'll see you guys there. Alrighty, so we now have a much more robust setup. I moved the controller over a bit. I covered this hole so that I could use elevators to get up and down. And I also made this bit of a platform. I'm thinking about platforms going up, maybe putting stairs to connect them, some type of like scaffolding. This is steel scaffolding. And this is another factory block. I don't know where my JEI tooltip went, but anyways, down here, what we have are a bunch of different alloy smelters, a bunch of different setups to start producing all the items that were on the wall that I had. So like this makes critic alloys. This makes Oscar glass. This makes vibrant alloys. This currently is just an alloy smelter that I can use to craft whatever I need when I need it. Over here, we have something making Demon Lord ingots. This is currently off because we look at the level emitter, and we currently have over 64 Demon Lord ingots. So this is off and not currently crafting. This makes dark steel, which is useful for armor upgrades. This guy makes energized osmium. We're going to talk more about the energized osmium and what that is for in a second. Up here, we have this is a setup to autocraft mine fuel. I was asked in the last episode to kind of explain this and how I'm hooking it up to the rest of my ME system. So we have, I put coal ore into here. It goes into the pulverizer and creates pulverized coal as well as regular coal. The pulverized coal gets put into this other drawer here. I used to have an item duct here, but if the pulverized coal was full here, the item duct just kind of spat it out and it would sit here and despawn. So I put a drawer here just to make sure it picks up everything. The coal that isn't pulverized automatically gets put into here, gets pulverized. Pulverized coal gets thrown into a magma crucible, creates liquefied coal, I think it is. Liquefied coal gets turned into naphtha. Naphtha turns into refined fuel, which goes into a storage tank that's sitting on a fluid storage bus. It allows me to access it system. All the byproducts I have going into not ME, into item ducts down here. And then here. In the configuration, I just have the byproduct set to push out, and it goes into a chest that connects to an import bus and heads to the ME system. Over here, we have two more little setups. This guy is to make energized dark ingots, and this one is to make regular dark ingots. Both of them are currently off because we're sitting above the 200 energized 60 dark ingots that I required. I connected up this little balcony here to the rest of the base so we can out. Assist coming in handy. And I wanted to show you guys a bit more of this build. Somebody in the comments in the last video, not yesterday, said they didn't really get a good view of it. So there's kind of, well, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections of the build. 5 buildings interconnected that all have the same interior. Terrible view. Over here. And then in the back, I'm using some of the factory blocks fans and have a little pipe going in, a little service entrance. This is a taller building to store multiple floors. Another little entrance here with some more fans. I'm standing above it. We have a bit of a water tower up there, and the bit of a loading bay here. And if we head over here, oh, I put fences here. That needs to be done. Here I kind of have like a loading dock, is my thought. I then realized I didn't put enough room for any like trucks to come in. Oh well. I have another little entrance here. I love having like secret entrances and like tight-knit stairways. Currently, this big building here, this one's going to be where I set up all the different like individual resources that I need. So for example, the refined fuel or dark ingots or energized dark ingots or going downstairs if I can find the elevator. Demon Lord ingots, energetic alloy ingots, stuff like that. Now, this one, the energized osmium, I ran into an issue because, well, let me explain at our power factory. So, over here is our power setup. It is the diesel generators connected to a refinery that's making biodiesel. Have a fermenter and a squeezer, and this is our biodiesel. This is where all of our biodiesel lives, and I had a choice to make because I want to start building up infrastructure to autocraft all the different machine bases, machine chassis, whatever you want to call them, starting with steel casing from mechanism. And for that, you need energized osmium. Make energized osmium, you need biodiesel. I didn't want to have to come up here and constantly refill our biodiesel. So I had the choice of either finding some way to route this over to where we have ME, or taking an ME cable and leading it over here and importing it, but then that would take... But both of those options would take from these diesel generators, and our power situation has been starting to get a little bit more power hungry. We're building more stuff, doing more stuff. We have like the excavator over there you can see, plus all the other buildings we have. So I upgraded this. I added 2 more rows of barley growing and upgraded the servos here so that this goes much faster. And I decided that instead of trying to route my current biodiesel over to somewhere to import it to them, I would make a new biodiesel setup just for crafting the 1 osmium ink. I don't think we're going to be using a lot of the osmium ingots, but I wanted to be able to have somewhere that I wasn't kind of siphoning from the power source. So this is what we got in our immersive engineering crafting area. This is the same setup. We have the squeezer, the fermenter leading into the refinery making biodiesel. Now, for this, I had an option of what to use, what kind of organic matter I would use to create the plant oil and ethanol that goes into biodiesel. And I decided to take from our cotton and cotton seeds over here. This little farm has been producing a lot. It's kind of constantly going. I do want to put a little building around it, and it's really helpful to have cotton because this makes string and wool, both of which are things that I use, especially the cotton for all the ME cables need to be surrounded by wool. So I decided I would take a little storage bus, sneak it into the drawer controller there, and be able to access the cotton and cotton seeds. Use those in the biodiesel. And with that, we are able, if I can fly properly, to create energized osmium automatically from here. I have it set at a stack. I think we have so much of this stuff because the only thing energized osmium is basic universal cables, steel casing, advanced energy cubes, and gas tanks, which is not a ton compared to some other stuff, especially compared to like dark ingots or something. Like, let's look at how many pages. 1 page. I'm stand correct. Maybe energized. Yeah, 3 pages. It's a bit more. But like, this is a base for the machine chassis. Just like the energized osmium is base for the steel casing. And now comes the process of upgrading, or not upgrading, but automating all of the different machine chassis, all the different machine casings, the machine base, what have. Because we have the steel casing, which is then used to make machine blocks, which is then used to make machine frames, which is then used to make simple machine chassis, which is then used to make industrial machine chassis. And a tooltip in the Divine Journey 2 loading screen said automate this. And I was already planning on it, but that really cemented it for me that I'm gonna be automating it. Automating all these different tiers of machine chassis. And I think I'm gonna be doing it over here. I think that my plan is for each tier, I'm gonna have a little setup. I'm gonna mark it somehow. Maybe I'll like put something in the floor to highlight where an area starts and ends, or signs or something, just so I can easily identify bottlenecks whenever the time comes. But this is a large project, because if we look at the steel casing, this is the simplest one, but we still need to automate steel rods and steel plates. Looking at the next one, machine blocks, we need to automate stone burnt and atomic alloys. Stone burnt, not too hard. Polish stone into the resonator to make stone burnt. But to make the polished stone, we need to automate GP powder, which means we need to automate crushed black quartz and diamond dust. And that means we have to stay on top of how much diamonds we have, how much glowstone, redstone, and black quartz. But once we get the stone burnt done, we can go back to this, and we need to automate the atomic alloy, which means we need to start making sure we have enough refined obsidian, compressed obsidian, and start automating forced alloy, the infused alloy, and everything that goes along with it. That's just for 2 tiers. So I think I'll leave that for next episode. I want to get this one out because it's been a few weeks. I will be going away for the holidays to spend them with my family, spend Christmas with my family, which means I don't know when the next episode will be out. I am hoping to get this one out later today. Today's the 6th. Fingers crossed that you see this on the night of the 6th. But if you don't, I will see you all in the new year. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please leave any suggestions, any feedback you have down in the comments below. And I will see you guys all in the next episode. Bye.